Brand new manager tries to fire me. Let's see how this ends. Sorry if this is a book. VA equals Veterans Affairs. You will see this in some of my replies. I am a 100% disabled vet, but I still wanted to work for as long as I can. I worked in a large company that contracted to many of the big oil companies. For years I had excellent reviews and the customers loved me. My manager got promoted and one of my coworkers became the newly promoted manager. He started out fine, but then as he went through management training he became that boss people hate. He was trying to flex his muscles by using all the usual tricks of setting you up to fail in order to fire me and a couple others. Why? I have no idea. One day at work I had a major medical emergency that left the right half my body with no feeling at all. Completely numb. That took me out of the office for several weeks while they used steroids to try and help sort out the issue. A couple months and an MRI and spinal tap later they discovered I had multiple sclerosis. After I was diagnosed, he decided to pull me out of the customer site and have me work in the office. My job had zero office work. I spent nearly a year in the office getting paid to do stupid mind-numbing BS while he tried to figure out how a way to fire me. Since the initial issue was medical, it proved to be very difficult, so he would try to assign me to long-term duties, like 6 months. Hundreds of miles from home, knowing I could not do them. He also was nitpicking any menial task I did not perform to his liking. He knew I could not travel as I have to see several doctors every month and I can only refill medications from my local VA, Veterans Affairs, clinic. While he was trying to fire me, I was talking to HR about my disability and how it's obvious that I could no longer perform my job for safety concerns. That was the reason my boss pulled me into the office. I also informed HR about how the manager treated me and several other employees. They had me do several things, including sending my medical records to a company medical doctor to make sure I was being honest, I assume. In the end, HR decided to put me out on pre-approved early retirement with short and long-term disability. Now I will get paid from the company till I am 67. All before he could get to the chance of firing me. Additionally, several other workers quit around the same time as me, and a short time after I left he was replaced by a different coworker. Thanks, boss. Yeah. Your new boss screwed up. Big time. One good rule to adhere to about handling any person who suffers an injury at work, such as your major medical incident, is that you never make drastic changes to their work type, workload, or responsibilities unless those changes are medically advised or requested by the employee and fully vetted by our. It's way too easy to wind up in court with someone alleging that you changed these things to try to fire them or force them to quit. Then the company is on the hook for whatever the former employee's lawyers can get a judge to agree to, because they're absolutely going to win any court case they bring. HR saw your medical records, vet and disability status, and made a sensible choice to offer you pay to see if that would shut down a potentially very expensive lawsuit. I had a friend's father who received a similar settlement from an automaker. My advice is to keep a lawyer on retainer and be ready to sue. I can think of 3 different times over a 5-year period where he stopped getting paid. Each time they only began honoring the agreement again after he filed suit. You do not want to be in a position where you are unrepresented, and if you do have to deal with any such shenanigans, I suggest you do as he did not, and follow through with the suit and get an actual judgment rather than hoping they won't act in bad faith again in the future. While they may have canned your bad boss, they also hired and promoted him. Then they didn't prevent his mistreatment of you and others. He was their face for these actions and they are liable for that. I'm not a lawyer. And you should definitely be talking to one. And find out about statute of limitations on federal and state labor violations to know if you need. Yo be reporting this. Where her you should be prepared to. Or if you already agreed not to with your current settlement. HR probably knew that if your boss was successful in terminating you, they would have paid more in the ensuing lawsuit than in disability payments. In my state, if you get fired or have your job duties significantly changed within 90 days after a medical leave, it is assumed to be retaliation and subject to lawsuit. Big company I temped for years ago had an employee who had worked for them for almost all his working life. 3 months before retirement where he would get his full pension, something happened to his back, stopping him from working as an engineer. His immediate boss called my immediate boss and found him a job doing basic data input for 3 months. So he could work his last 3 months for the company and get his full pension. I once discovered a person was screwing over a veteran in a similar fashion. I know some guys at the VFW. And I let them know what was happening. They were like rabid dogs and made it right. I also have MS. Glad you ended up with the win. I had to resign from nursing. Got fired from 2 jobs. First one. Told them I had MS. Thought we were family, they got rid of me before probation ended. Second one. Decided not to disclose. Was worked 12 days of split shifts. 8 to 9 plus 2 hours driving. And when I asked for less healthcare work, they refused and gave me even more hours. Had a flare-up. Doctor took me off for a month. Work called me, suspicious because I wouldn't disclose. Though they had a doctor note. They fired me for job abandonment while I was off recovering. They had my note. I was so pissed I didn't want to fight it. Now searching for a remote position. I desperately want one. Edit. Sorry this triggered event lol. Just want to state I have my own small business and sell art online. Plus trade and mine crypto, so I'm alright for now. Question. Do you void your early retirement if you get another job or a part-time gig? NGL. Took me until the 4th para to realize he's not a veterinarian. First off, brother, thanks for your service. Second, veterans know more than anybody else the BS game and how it's played. Anybody that tries it on us will not usually succeed. The good news though is that modern, current MS treatment is pretty good. Good luck to you, brother. I'm clearly missing an important bit of context. I am a 100% disabled vet, but I still wanted to work for as long as I can. If you're 100% disabled, doesn't that mean you're not able to work? Wouldn't they be looking for reasons to declare you not 100% disabled? And declare that if you're able to work, then clearly you're not completely disabled? Plenty of stories about people getting workers' comp for being disabled, but then getting caught doing activities like going for a walk. Or does it work differently in this case because the military definition of disabled is different? Great story and outcome, but where's the malicious compliance? Man. It sucks to get the early retirement through such medical necessity, but I'm glad you were able to find to some silver lining in the situation. I wish you the absolute best possible circumstances and outcomes. I hope you have decades of enjoyment in retirement with laughter and loved ones. As he went through management training, he became that boss people hate. Sounds like management training bears some blame too. And whoever promoted a jerk to a position of authority. What kind of jerk fires a 100% disabled veteran? People are scum. What after you're 67? Damn. Sorry about your health. That's rough. Enjoy the disability payments. Ah, why is removed? There is nothing here. Why am I seeing this? This feels more anti-work instead. Thank you for your service. Disabled veterans want to keep working. And we have able-bodied 20-year-olds quitting work because of pandemic stress, or some shit.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.